Bow, yes boys. Happy Wednesday. Now, I'm doing a walking thoughts with Lex today because we're still waiting on some videos from the studio to come through, guys. So the frequency of the videos probably will be a little bit lower in the first week of me like filming and getting them out, guys. So yeah, sorry that I haven't really been posting too much updates or too many updates, but in today's walking thoughts with Lex, it's basically to let you guys know, as many of you guys would have seen over the past year or 2 years, it's been the Bitcoin show, guys. And what I mean by that is Bitcoin's pretty much been outperforming the majority of the market. Now, I do believe it's time for the rotation into Ethereum and for it to become Ethereum's time to outperform the majority of the market, guys. So when it does come to altcoins, it may be a little bit tough if you're, number one, not exposed to Bitcoin, and number two, not exposed to Ethereum. If you're like full porting small cap altcoins, even some large cap altcoins that haven't performed, you know, it's gonna take a lot of patience for the rotation to then go from Ethereum into the small caps. Now, that's not to say that a lot of altcoins won't be pulled up when Ethereum, Bitcoin does go up, right? When we take dominance from Bitcoin, things like Solana did really well, right? There's probably a fair few others. Sui did really well, right? But it's not going to be the stage of the market where everything goes up and outperforms Bitcoin right now, guys. And I do believe that will happen when Ethereum has broken its previous all-time high. So it feels like forever that we've been trying to break out for a lot of our altcoins and for Ethereum. But I do believe once Ethereum does break the all-time high, that's going to be the green light for altcoins to start to make their breakouts, to start to go parabolic. And I do believe that when altcoins go parabolic, guys, it's only going to last a couple of months, okay? So we're now coming into August. I can't even believe that it's August. The year's going so fast. But we should expect the gains to speed up the later we get into the cycle. You guys, maybe you don't know that. Some of you guys will know that. But we have started to see the first true signs of capital rotation from Bitcoin into our second, Ethereum. Now, again, I'd let you know how I'm playing it. Personally, the majority of my portfolio, or the largest holding I have, is Ethereum, because I want to be ready and not making the same mistake where, you know, we don't put a large majority of our portfolio in Bitcoin in the early stages. Now we're in that second phase. You guys would have seen the phases of a bull run, right? Now we're in the second phase. I want to be prepared properly, okay? One way that this cycle is a bit different is the time, and the fact that by now a lot of altcoins would have probably been at all-time highs, been at new all-time highs this late in the cycle, right? It's been drawn out a lot, and you saw that with Bitcoin in the beginning of the year, guys. You saw the fact that all of the consolidations were taking multiple months, right? We had a big 6-month consolidation from, what was it, 70k to 45k, breaking up to, you know, near 100, and then consolidating for a few months again, right? Don't be surprised if we start to get something like that for Ethereum, and if it does take longer than we first expect for our breakouts to happen. Now, one thing that makes me think we are going to speed up is because in the last portions of the bull run, that is usually when things go parabolic pretty quickly, guys, okay? So the dips, we might be in a buy the dip type situation very soon. We're going to find out. I wouldn't be putting too much weight onto all of these FOMC meetings in the next month or so, right? People are trying to just force rate cuts, not even force rate cuts, they're just praying for rate cuts when, like, we all know there's not going to be rate cuts today, right? Maybe we get a fucking white swan, and we do get them, but I don't think we should be having our expectations too high, guys, okay? So the way that I'm looking at the market right now is, when can Ethereum break its all-time high? How much is it going to break the all-time high by? Can we continue to break down in Bitcoin dominance? What altcoins are going to start to gain dominance on their Bitcoin pairs? Okay, so we're not only looking at USD pairs, we're looking at Bitcoin pairs as well. So right now it is the Ethereum show, which is technically good. It is good for our altcoins. It shows that cycles are following the same thing they've always done. Before we give up, just remember that Ethereum was one of the most hated coins. It got called vaporware at the bottom, the same way a lot of these altcoins are getting called vaporware now, guys, because people don't have patience. They invest into things they don't understand, and then they just assume that everything's a scam. Okay, so we'll use Ethereum as an example. You guys let me know how you feel about the market right now. Are you holding Ethereum? Let me know in the comments then. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow with a new studio update.